Ethan Blake sat at the elegant restaurant, checking his phone for the fifth time. 7:30. His blind date was 30 minutes late. He'd been set up by his business partner, who insisted he needed to get back out there. After his divorce 2 years ago, at 41, Ethan had built Blake Industries into a tech empire worth billions. But after his ex-wife left him for someone more present, he'd thrown himself deeper into work. This date was supposed to be a new beginning, except she wasn't here. "Excuse me? Is anyone sitting here?" Ethan looked up to see a young woman with long blonde hair wearing a simple red dress. She looked frazzled, her cheeks flushed. "I'm actually waiting for someone," Ethan said. "Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just every table is full, and I'm supposed to meet someone here at 7:30, but he's not here yet." She stopped herself. "I'm rambling. Sorry. I'll wait at the bar." Something in her genuine embarrassment made Ethan soften. If you're meeting someone at 7:30, maybe we're both being stood up. Want to sit until your date arrives? The woman hesitated, then smiled. "That's kind. I'm Sophie." "Ethan." Sophie sat down. "I feel ridiculous. This is my first blind date ever. My sister set it up. She said the guy was a teacher like me. I'm on a blind date too. First one since my divorce. Are we terrible people for sitting together while waiting for our actual dates? Probably. But misery loves company." Ethan smiled. "What do you teach?" "Second grade. 23 7-year-olds who keep me busy." That sounds exhausting. It is. But it's also wonderful. Yesterday, we were learning about butterflies, and one of my students asked if butterflies remember being caterpillars. Sophie's face lit up. It led to this whole discussion about memory and transformation. Ethan found himself engaged. "What did you tell them?" "That we don't know for sure. But isn't it beautiful to imagine that something can change completely, but still carry something essential inside?" They talked for 30 minutes. Sophie told him about her students, her rescue cat named Professor McGonagall. Ethan told her about his company, though he downplayed its size. "You mentioned a divorce," Sophie said gently. 10 years. She left because I worked too much. But the company, before everything, including her. Do you regret it? Every day. I built an empire, but I come home to an empty house. Ethan looked at his phone. "I think we've officially been stood up. It's 8 o'clock. Sophie checked her phone. My sister texted my date canceled, but she was too embarrassed to tell me. My business partner texted too. My date had the wrong restaurant. She went to the West End location, not East End." We looked at each other and laughed. "So we've been commiserating, when really we were just at the wrong place," Sophie said. "Do we go meet our actual dates now? Or ... Or we could just have dinner together. We're already here." "That's what I was thinking." Atia. Sophie was easy to be with, genuine, funny, unpretentious. She didn't know about Blake Industries or Ethan's billions. "Can I ask you something?" Sophie said over dessert. "When you talk about your company, you get this look, like you're proud, but also trapped." Ethan was taken aback. "That's uncomfortably accurate. Keaches, I trained to read people, right? I built this company from nothing, but somewhere it became my prison. I can't remember the last time I did something just because I wanted to. It's like having dinner with a stranger you met by accident." "Exactly," Ethan smiled. "This is the most relaxed I've felt in years." When the check came, Sophie insisted on splitting it. Ethan insisted on paying. "Okay," Sophie said. "But I'm buying next time." "Next time? Well, we still have those official blind dates. But after we've suffered through those, maybe we could have dinner again? As friends. Or," Ethan said carefully, "we could skip the blind dates and just have dinner next week. As a choice." Sophie was quiet. "I'd like that. But I'm a second-grade teacher who lives in a tiny apartment with a cat. I can't do fancy restaurants all the time. What is your normal? Pizza, movies, on the couch, walks in the park." "That sounds perfect." They exchanged numbers. Ethan walked Sophie to her Cara modest sedan with student drawings taped to the back window. Over the next months, Ethan and Sophie dated. He took her to pizza joints, movie theaters, parks. Sophie still didn't know the full extent of Ethan's wealth. 3 months in, Sophie invited him to her school's fundraiser, trying to raise money for new library books. How much? $5,000. Ethan wrote a check for $50,000. Sophie's eyes went wide. Ethan, this is too much. What exactly do you do? Can we talk about this later? Somewhere private. That evening, Ethan told her the truth about Blake Industries, about his wealth. I didn't tell you because I wanted you to know me. Just me, not my bank account. Sophie was quiet. So you're actually really wealthy? Yes, and you've been eating pizza because I said I liked simple. I've been enjoying myself more than I have in years. Sophie laughed. This is insane. I've been dating a billionaire. My ex-wife wanted the billionaire. You wanted the person. Sophie, you fell for me when you thought I was just some guy. You didn't want my money. You wanted my time. Me. This is a lot to process. These past 3 months have been the happiest of my life. Because of you. Because you remind me what matters. What happens now? That's up to you. Sophie looked at their hands. The money isn't a deal breaker. The dishonesty could be. Quained, when I'm with you, I'm not a billionaire. I'm just Ethan. Sophie softened. You have a mansion? Several, actually. This is ridiculous. 6 months later, Ethan proposed at the same restaurant where they'd first met by accident. This is where we found each other by mistake, where I was supposed to meet someone else, but found exactly who I needed. Will you marry me? Sophie said yes. Sometimes being at the wrong restaurant leads to finding the right person. Sometimes blind dates work out, just not with who you expected. And sometimes letting a stranger sit at your table changes everything. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it. Subscribe for more stories about unexpected connections. Leave a comment about a wrong turn that led to something right. Your stories inspire us all.